The rarest Australian stamps from 1971 to 1987. The 1987 Australian $1 stamp. It is part of the 200 Years of the Colonisation of Australia series. The landing of the ships is depicted. Of the British First Fleet in 1787. Shipment arrived in Sydney. It was the beginning of many explorations of the continent. And the first European colonizations. Resulting in the replacement of indigenous peoples by Aboriginal Australians. Top left. You will be able to see the name of the country. Australia. Followed by the inscription. First Fleet. To the right. The year of minting. $1 Australian. Under. The month and the year. Which symbolizes the European landing on the Australian continent. Postage stamp issued in 1987. 200 years after the first colonization. Today it is worth 3 times its issue value. $3. The 1974 $4 stamp depicts one of the most famous paintings by artist Tom Roberts. British naturalized Australian painter. Studied art. And became famous thanks to his paintings. And the knowledge made during the First World War. With other famous artists. You will see people shearing sheep. To obtain the fine Australian wool. To the right. The name and surname of the artist. Top left. The period in which the painter lived. 1856 year of birth. 1931 year of death. Postage stamp dated 1974. Today it is worth $5. The 1984 $5 stamp. It was painted and drawn by Charles Condor. Born in England and emigrated to Australia. He made himself known in the field of painting. This stamp depicts one of the artist's most famous paintings. Named A Holiday at Mentone. Painted in 1888. Depicts people relaxing on the beach. During a typical day of vacation in the city of Mentone. Southeast of Australia. Up. You will be able to see the inscription bearing the name and surname of the painter. Next to. The name of the picture. Bottom right. The nominal value of the piece. $5 Australian. Postage stamp issued in 1984. Today it is worth $7. The 1979 Australian $5 stamp. It is part of the series issued in commemoration of the painters. The painting designed by Arthur Streeton is depicted. 19th century Australian painter. He is known for his paintings depicting rural landscapes. In this picture, McMahon's Point is represented. Port suburb in southeast Australia. Near Sydney. Over time it has become a rich city. And very famous. Thanks also to its magnificent views of the ocean. Down. You will be able to see the name and surname of the painter. To the right. The place name. Lower. You will be able to see the name of the continent. Followed by the nominal value of the piece. $5 Australian. Postage stamp issued in 1979. Today it is worth $8. The 35-cent Australian dollar stamp is part of the series dedicated to Christmas. You will be able to see a dove depicted trying to fly in the sky. Among the colors symbol of happiness. Image drawn by painter Lance Sterling. The name of the continent is reported at the top. Australia. To the right. The nominal value of the piece. 35 cents of the Australian dollar. Under. The writing Christmas 1972. Followed by the inscription. Christlight of the World. Postage stamp issued in 1972. To celebrate both Christmas and the bird fauna. Always symbols of freedom and peace. Today it is worth $9. The 7-cent Australian dollar stamp is part of the Christmas series issued in 1971. On the center, you will be able to see these black segments that form faces. They are the faces of the Magi. A young man, a mature man, and an elder, who departed from the east. And they arrived in Jerusalem to worship the baby Jesus, King of the Jews. Up. The inscription of the name of the continent. Australia. Under the word Christmas. Followed by the year of issue of the piece. 1971. Bottom right. The nominal value of the piece. 7 cents of the Australian dollar. Today this stamp is worth $10. The $10 stamp. It was issued in commemoration of the painter Tom Roberts. Became famous. He painted many pictures, which are part of Australian history today. On the piece, people are depicted on a boat that are waiting to be transported. On background, you will be able to see one of the main masts that hold up the sails. Lower left, the name and surname of the painter. To the right, the period in which Tom lived, from 1856 to 1931. Under, the name of the continent, followed by the year of minting. $10. Postage stamp issued in 1977. It is 50 millimeters high, 30 millimeters wide, and it's worth $15.